The LifeTouch Quattro is a remarkable engineering achievement. It is the first fingerprint scanner with an integrated user interface. The LifeTouch Quattro is the result of intensive research and development driven by a strong desire to simplify the fingerprint process. We wanted to create a scanner that can be used without any training and help from others. So very different to previous use cases. And if you really want to change something, you need to part from previous technologies and methods. Traditionally, fingerprint scanners have been designed for law enforcement professionals, for users who know exactly how to capture fingerprints. Today, these scanners are used in many different applications, such as border control, national ID programs, voter registration, or even in banks. So, in most cases, the fingerprint scanners are used by people who don't know how to use them. The problem with traditional scanners is that they do not provide any meaningful user feedback. And if they are used by untrained users, very often the capture process fails. To create a fingerprint scanner that is fully self-service, we needed to integrate the user guidance directly into the scanner. We achieved this by combining a transparent optical TFT sensor with an LCD displays mounted below the sensor. Well, having the hardware ready was only the first step. Now we had to create a user interface that works for many different users, regardless of their language, their education, or cultural background. In other words, we had to create a user interface that is a kind of universal communication between the scanner and the user. Basically, a continuous process of action feedback between the scanner and the user. Together with usability experts from the Technical University of Chemnitz, we started an extensive user study with test persons from different ages, origins, and education. Our first attempts with graphics and animations were much too complicated. They were based on very typical engineering thinking and often failed. But through many iterations, we came closer and closer to our goal. We reduced the speed, made our animations more understandable, and reduced the colors of the graphics. The result is a user guidance that not only shows when, where, and for how long you have to place your fingers. It also detects finger placement errors and gives feedback on the correct placement of fingers. The user guidance tells the user which fingers to place where and signalizes the successful scan with an audible and visual feedback from the scanner. However, in case of a mispositioning, for example, if only fingertips are placed by the user, the scanner will indicate that the fingers should be placed flat on the detection area. When capturing road fingers, the display shows the area where to place the finger, the roll direction, and the speed at which the user needs to roll the finger. It is essentially a simulation of the ink and paper process, making it easy for the officers to create high-quality fingerprints. So are we done with our development? Definitely not. Every day we learn from our customer what works very well and where we have to improve the user interface to make fingerprinting as easy and fast as taking a selfie. Providing a good user experience is the main motivation for all of our product developments. And I think LifeTouch Quattro proves how much we really care about the user experience.